Okay, in this video, this is for the general training test, writing task 1. I want to show you a basic structure that you can use to write your letter. Why is this important? Well, you need to address the task, all of those bullet points. This also needs to be done with a clear purpose. It also relates to coherence and cohesion. All of those ideas need to be sequenced logically. This is done with the use of paragraphs. So in this video, I want to show you how many paragraphs you should have and how you should use them. Okay, these are the different types of letters, whether they be formal or informal, that you might be asked to write. You might be asked to help or give advice. You might have to describe a place, a thing, or a problem. You might have to explain a reason, perhaps give an invitation, make a complaint, and suggest a solution to a problem. There may be slight variations on these, but these are the basic ones. So here is one that we've looked at in a previous video. This is from the grade website. I'll give you a chance to review this. Okay, straight away we have to decide, is this going to be a formal letter or an informal letter? In this case, clearly we're going to write it formally. It's not a letter to a friend. So we need formal English. That's the appropriate tone. This is the basic structure that we're going to use though. So we can see, first of all, we're going to paraphrase that statement in our introduction. And if it's not already done in the paraphrasing, we're going to preview the rest of the bullet points. Then each of those bullet points becomes a main body paragraph. I'll give you a chance to review this structure. So let's start with paraphrasing the statement. Again, this is a formal letter, so we're going to begin with Dear Manager. That's the title of the person we're writing to. Then here is my paraphrasing. I'll let you read this. I've highlighted in red how I've paraphrased the statement. I want to give you a chance to see if you can match my paraphrasing from the statement to what I've written. Okay, let's go through step by step. Recently, I paraphrased as 2 weeks ago. I think with this paraphrasing, you really want to try change the statement as much as possible. You don't have as many words in writing task 1 as you do in writing task 2, so you need to take every opportunity to demonstrate that you can use a wider range of grammar and vocabulary. Next, ordered, I'm actually going to use a different part of speech, a different phrase altogether. Ordered being the past tense verb, so I use a different phrase altogether, placed in order. Where ordered, the verb, becomes a noun. So again, I'm demonstrating to the examiner that I can transform the grammar. An item of clothing, well, I just name it, man's jacket. Through the store's website, online. So again, sometimes a longer phrase can become a shorter one, but I'm just using different phrases whenever I can. Received, again, a different phrase altogether, upon delivery. So then I moved on to the next one, discovered, more simply, the same part of speech, found out. Not the same item. This is the same adjective noun form, so not the same item, different jacket. So here what I've done is I've gone from negative to affirmative. And finally, ordered, more simply, I've just used a synonym, requested. So practice paraphrasing your statements as much as you can. I think this is key for the letter. Then what I do is I make sure that I'm previewing all of the bullet points. Now, some of these have already been covered with the paraphrasing of the statement itself, but there's one part which is missing. We're going to get to that in a second. But as you can see, I describe the item ordered, that's the man's jacket. I explain what was wrong. So when I received it, where I say upon delivery, I found out that it is a different jacket from the one I requested. But what is missing is what we would like the manager to do. And again, when I do ask the manager what I want him or her to do, I'm going to use a formal tone. But that's the preview which didn't make it into the paraphrasing of the statement. So here I added in to my introduction, I say, I would like you to exchange this for the jacket that I ordered immediately. We can use the word immediately, it's still formal, and it just shows the manager that we want this issue to be dealt with quickly. Here is an example of a main body paragraph. So again, one bullet point is one main body paragraph. But what I need to do is I need to add in more details. So I'm going to paraphrase a man's jacket to the item that I paid for online. Then I get into the details. It was a large blue denim jacket. There was nothing printed on the jacket and it had no lining inside. It had 4 pockets. So what I suggest here is use something from your own imagination. Maybe you have your own jacket or item of clothing that you could describe. Then I'm going to contrast this with the item that I received. So I'm going to use a similar structure, and here is a chance for me to use a bigger range of vocabulary. I'm only going to give the first sentence of the second main body paragraph, but you can see what I'm doing already. I go on to say the product that I received was a small black leather jacket. So using a range of vocabulary, large, small, blue, black, denim, leather. So let's recap. Introduce your letter by paraphrasing the statement that you're given and previewing any of the bullet points which weren't included in that paraphrasing. For the main body paragraphs, just remember the golden rule, 1 bullet point equals 1 main body paragraph. Be sure to use the appropriate tone. So jump onto Grade to practice your letters, see how well you can structure them, practice until you are confident.